Hi guys, I think post Avlish's session, talk, I think I was feeling like this scene in movie Diwar. आज तुम्हारे पास डिज़ाइन है, वेबसाइट है, मार्केटिंग है, ऑटोमेशन है, लीड्स है, तुम्हारे पास क्या है? मेरे पास कन्वर्जन है. And I think that's I think that's one of the biggest problems. What all of us what all of us feel. I'll tell you quickly about my journey, and I'll try to talk to all of you through my journey of Possessed, and just to quickly give you a sense of what kind of problem did we have. Sorry. So we have a product for restaurant automation. हम लोग our software helps a restaurant do their entire end-to-end of operation, from billing to inventory control to kitchen management, marketing, CRM, analytics, accounting, vendor management, logistics, whatever technology a restaurant requires at the back end is what we do. And for us, one of the biggest problems very early on was we were not sure if enough restaurant owners were online, and our primary market was India. And we were wondering if restaurant owners are really looking for products online. And that was one part of the problem. Second problem was, and I'm talking about, this was the era where online ordering was not happening. I'm talking about 2012, so in the last 6 years, a lot of things have changed. Second biggest problem was anybody could be a restaurant owner, you, me. There was no qualification required to be a restaurant owner. If I need to target doctors, I know somebody from medical college, and will use doctor in front of his name. Restaurant owner could be anybody. In fact, most of the time, restaurant owners were not someone who were from the same trade per se. Restaurant खोलने की इच्छा सबको होती है, I'm sure. How many of you have ever thought कि मैं किसी दिन restaurant खोलूँगा? Do take my card on your way out. So I think our problem was who to target and how to get these people in, how to find them online if you want, and how not to deploy a sales force on the ground who will go and knock each door. And I don't think there was an alternative. And जब ऐसी वाली problems आती हैं, I think most of us who are running small or medium businesses, how at least this was my journey. We thought ki acha, now we have a problem. I said, so somebody asked me, what's your problem? I said, my problem is probably my website design is not good enough for people to contact me. I said, sure, that's good. You have one problem. We can solve this. I said, okay. We got the website designed, changed the design, better copy, better explanations. After that, I realized, okay, we don't have marketing. So once you get the website, now you have two problems. We have a website and we don't have marketing. So somebody said, all right, we'll create a marketing practice for you. You can do multi-channel marketing, you can do email, you can do SMS, you can do Google AdWords, you can do SEO, you can do whatnot, and your problem will be solved. I said, okay, fantastic. So let's do this. We did that and we got leads. Technically now we had three problems. There was a website, there was marketing, and there were leads. And we really didn't know how to convert them. How many of you have ever invested in your own website, SEO, Google AdWords, IndiaMart, Alibaba, Just Dial, or whatever your channel of leads is? Can I see a show of hands? How many of you, after doing that, felt कि leads बहुत सारी आई, but business नहीं आया? Almost equal show of hands, right? And that's exactly what the biggest problem is. Lead आने के बाद मालूम चलता है कि that it's not working. How many of us are not good with Hindi today? How many of us are not good with Hindi? I can't see the hand, but in case कोई ऐसा है, use the guy beside you, he can translate it for you. Because we are going to do that in Hindi and English. Sorry. So I think one of the first things which I can tell you about conversion and solving this riddle is it lies in the qualification. And I think this is something which we learnt really the hard way. Lead lana problem nahi hai. IndiaMart, Alibaba, Just Dial, your own website, Google AdWords can give you tons of leads. You can target the right keywords. But what you cannot target is three things. One, you don't really know the urgency of requirement. You don't know if this guy is going to buy right now, 3 months from now, 6 months from now. Is he only researching? Is he only looking around? Or do I need to really follow up hard with him? Second is the segment of your customer. You really don't know who's your customer. For example, I can tell you, in my example, in my case, every restaurant owner is not really my customer, not at all. In fact, till the time I used to think every restaurant owner is my customer, I was miserable. I was in deep shit. And I had no idea how to solve that. So I have my own definition of my customer. A restaurant owner who's progressive, who has a chain of restaurants, or who have a large restaurant bar or fine dine, which at least makes 20 to 30 lakhs a month revenue, is my customer. A small quick service restaurant which has at least 10 outlets, has a multi-city or a multi-country operation, is my customer. And what I'm telling you is the definition. How many of us in our own domains feel that in my domain everybody is my customer? I can actually, ab to haath khada kar do, aise. You will not look stupid on that. I think all of us have this feeling. Agar aap mein se koi, if you feel that I sell tiles, let's say I'm tiles business. If I'll ask you that who can buy your tiles, who's exactly your target customer, I'm 100% sure that you will say, technically everybody can buy tiles. I mean, anybody who needs tiles is my customer, but not really. I think that's the first lesson in conversion. And I think if I share my personal experience, what happened is that whenever we used to talk to our salespeople and we used to ask them that, we are getting so many leads from our online campaigns, why are they not converting? So many people are getting business from IndiaMart. Why are you not able to convert? And sales guys used to give us extremely frustrated answers. Leads are not really that good. The guy was not looking for the same thing. He was looking for a price which we don't do. He was looking for a product which we don't do, etc. And eventually we realized that slowly the quality, the urgency or the sales guy's inclination towards converting that lead went down, and hence we could not do that. So better qualification means if we can design personas based on exactly who is my customer, and the best way to solve this is look at your existing customers. Make a list of all your existing customers, divide them in best, okay, bad, and try to find similarities, what your best customer looks like, what is their turnover, where does he come from, what is it that they were looking for, how fast they close, what geography, what region do they come from, and try to create these definitions and put it back. There is no profound thought you need to put in this. You just need to look at your existing customers and choose the best and the okay ones out of it. I think second thing which we realized with conversion was qualifying it internally. So one of the tips which I can give you is that in case you want to generate your business online and want to generate a lot of leads, please have somebody on your team whose only job is to qualify customers. That means somebody who makes the first call to the customer, asks a set of 3 or 4 questions based on what you exactly are looking for in a customer. So what is their urgency of buying? What is the price point they want to buy for? What is it that they are using right now? Why are they even looking for you? What is the reason? And based on these 3, 4, or 5 questions, qualify that lead and only send the qualified leads, to the next stage. I think Avlesh, what he also mentioned that, how marketing automation can help you. I think one of the things which Avlesh talked about was nurturing this customer, and that is what I'm coming to, nurturing the customer. I think without qualifying your customer, without putting your customer in different buckets, I'll give you an example of our buckets. For example, a lot of restaurant owners will come online and do a search. Let's say, restaurant POS, restaurant technology, our website will show up or our content will show up. They will come and they'll leave their number. Now, it does not really mean that it's a hot lead. It does not really mean this guy is going to buy. It is possible that this guy is researching to open a restaurant in the next 9 months. It is possible that he has started thinking about changing his current technology and he wants to look for us. It is possible that he's only looking for one feature which he's not getting in his current product and he wants to replace us with that. replace that with us, and so on, right? So we really don't know what stage exactly is he in. Once you do the qualification, what we do is we will mark every lead as hot, cold, warm, based on if he's going to buy right now, if his need is pressing, if the pain point is extreme or it is low, if the intent of the customer is high or low, if customer needs to be nurtured over next 3 months, 6 months, and 9 months. And that's where products like WebEngage come to rescue, because you can then continuously keep sending, keep nurturing these people over a period of time. And that is, I think, something which worked for us. If I tell you, 95% of our business today in India alone is inbound. That means 95% of the customers we close today are the ones who contact us. But it's not really month on month. It's not really the customers who gives us sale every month are the ones who contacted us that month. So just to give you a sense of it, on an average, we nurture people for 3 to 6 months. What I mean is, somebody, if you go to our website today, you fill a form, somebody is going to call you, they will qualify you, they will realize that he's not probably somebody who's going to buy immediately. They will put you in a marketing loop. Every now and then, we'll send you emails based on what content we produce, based on what events we are doing, based on what announcements we have, based on some customer case study. And we know that after a point in 3 to 6 months, you will eventually fall into that funnel where we can convert you. So what we are closing today is what we started 6 months back, and think about it like a pipeline, from online lead to conversion. Think of it like a pipeline. Don't think of it like an immediate gratification route. Don't think of it as, I got 100 leads this month and I should convert 10, 20, 5 out of it immediately. That's not going to happen. CRM is another point. I think as Avlesh said correctly, CRM is not going to solve your trouble. CRM is not going to be the holy grail of all your conversion problems, but I think CRM is extremely important. And that said, I think you said Excel, right? First 2.5 years of our journey, we actually were on Excel. While we were selling software to the world, we could not really, get a CRM, and that was largely because of the same reason. Whenever we looked at a CRM, we actually thought, "Yeah, ये तो बहुत complex है." We are, probably our guys are going to waste a lot of time in entering details, etc. Excel में कर लेते हैं. But eventually, what happened is that we started losing a lot of data about that lead, about that customer. So, for example, I told you that you need to qualify the customer. Where do you keep that data? How do you How do you put customer in different buckets? How do you add different data points to that customer so that you can nurture them later? I think CRM is the most essential tool. You don't need to go for a complex CRM, but ensure that whatever effort you are doing in generating leads, if you're not capturing that data somewhere wherein you can look back, check what worked, check what did not work, keep a track of it, and see what conversion came from which campaign, I think the entire effort is going to fail miserably. And last bit I will touch upon is positioning. I think what I've also seen, and that is also personal experience with our own business. I was also with a lot of fellow entrepreneurs I've seen. I think all of us want to have everybody in our domain our customer. I think that's a fear of missing out as well. I can confess, personally, it took me a lot of time to come to terms with the fact that every restaurant on the street is not my customer. It is a very difficult thing to say. I don't know you can feel that or not, but I can tell you that if there's a customer right in front of you who is a restaurant let's say you're from Possest and there's a restaurant in front of you, somewhere deep inside you want to sell to them immediately. Somewhere deep inside you want to know why is he not your customer. But it took us time to realize that no, everybody is not my customer. And I think that's where I will touch upon positioning. How are you positioning your brand? How are you positioning your company? How are you writing your copy? What is it that you are saying on your website, in your marketing communication? Please be extremely sensitive about it. Don't say anything to get more leads. I don't think any of us want to have more leads. What we want is more conversions. When we want 200 leads, actually we don't mean 200 leads. We think that convert to 10 ही होंगे, 200 आएंगे तो probably there is going to be a probability. But in case you position your product well, if you position your company well, if you're very clear about few personas you deal with, your website, your marketing communication should be so bang on that if I happen to look at your ad, come to your website, see your product or marketing communication anywhere, I should be able to, as a customer, I should be able to make a decision extremely quick whether you are the right one for me or not. Better focus on those 10 conversions from probably 20 leads rather than creating 200 leads and then wondering what happened to the 190. I think guys, that's all from my side. We are here in case any of, I don't know if you have a time or not, right? In case any questions, feel free to catch up offline. Thank you.